Hello, everyone, once again. This is Rob, and welcome back to Media Awareness. And this time, some breaking news, musically speaking, and I'm really excited to bring this to you guys. It's all over the internet now, but I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity to share my enthusiasm over this news. Before I get to that, though, a quick reminder that the fundraiser continues. For those of you new to my channel or unaware, I am a disabled individual and I use a motorized wheelchair slash scooter all day, every day for my independence, and I need your help. My insurance will not cover anything with regard to my scooter as they view it as a quote luxury item end quote, despite the fact that I am unable to walk whatsoever and unable to use any other type of power chair or even a manual wheelchair as I only have limited use of one hand. In addition to that, I do not have a backup wheelchair or scooter, so if this malfunctions as it recently did, I am a fish out of water. And it was thanks to some gracious uh, donations as well as other assistance that I was able to obtain, that I was able to get my scooter functional once again. However, it is still in need of new parts and ongoing restoration and the ability to pay the trained technicians to do so. That, with all this stated, below the title of this video in the description, as well as in a separate section below the information on this video, is a spot fund link. It's in two places. Any and all donations are welcome, and they go directly towards the acquisition of parts and paying the trained technicians to come out and assess situations and fix whatever problems need fixing. And it is imperative that my scooter be in tip top shape at all times. I'm far from reaching my target goal, and ideally, I would like to be able to obtain a new scooter as a backup, but until that time, I am reliant on what I have, and it's really imperative that you guys do whatever you can. It would mean the world to me. I truly mean that. I do want to extend a gracious thanks to those who have contributed, in addition to those who plan on contributing, as your contributions have and will make a world of difference in my life. Thank you all. I love you all. On with this video. Now, before I go any further, I'd like to ask you all to consider subscribing to my channel and becoming part of my YouTube family. I'd love to have you. I do video reactions, I do news updates, I do movie reviews, album reviews, literature, but that is still forthcoming, and much more. So, this channel covers a lot of ground, and I'm really excited to bring things to you as often as possible. So please do what you can, and subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts on different topics, different songs, whatever I cover. I'd love to know. You can also reach out to me via the Facebook link in the description. That is my direct Facebook and the easiest way to contact me. Additionally, you'll find my email address there as well. And I do check my email once or twice a day, so if you do email me, just put something in the subject line that will set you apart from all of the spam I get. And that would be great. So, with all of that stated, I do want to move on to this news, as the title suggests. We are facing an imminent Oasis reunion, and I could not be more excited, despite the fact I live in the States and the tour dates are only in the UK and Ireland. That's okay. This is still exciting news for me. I'm going to play the trailer, and I have not seen the trailer for the reunion yet. I do want to watch it, and hopefully it's not blocked. But I want to watch it and react to it with you guys, and I'll be talking about my experience as far as how I became a fan of Oasis afterwards, which many of you may know from my Liam Gallagher John Squire video reactions and album review, which I alluded to some Oasis history in that, but this is more Oasis centric in this video, so it's only proper I tell the story the way it happened. So let us watch this trailer, and as I said, I'll be back following this with my assessment.
Me and him are like telepathic, you know what I mean? I know my brother better than anybody else. When both come together, you have greatness. We made people feel something that was indefinable. I'd do it all again in a fucking heartbeat. This is it. This is happening. People will never ever forget the way that you made them feel.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's exciting. And despite the fact that I'm all the way over here in the U.S. and I will not be attending any of these shows, unfortunately, at least to my knowledge, I am really, really excited. Oasis is a band that is near and dear to my heart, and they have been from the first time I heard them. And goes back to my days in grad school in the mid 90s. I had a friend, his name was Franny, and he was an Irish foreign exchange student. And as part of the graduate program, each of us had to pair up with an undergraduate student that was an exchange student and spend time with them, learn about their culture, and share things with them about, things here in the U.S. And Franny and I became very close friends. We used to have dinner together at the University of Scranton prior to night classes. And in the morning, I'd be doing my practicum there, counseling undergrads, and then spending time with him, and then having dinner and going to night classes. And Franny was one of those people that he and I bonded instantly over music, and we'd talk music all the time. And he said to me one day, "Hey Rob, have you heard of Oasis?" I'm like, "No." And he says, "You have to hear them. You have to hear them." And this is like a daily thing, and I kept forgetting about it. And I had him write down the name several times, and I just kept drawing a blank on it and not really focusing on it because I didn't know what they sounded like. And I happened to catch a what was it, a special on CNN of all places, I believe, and they were highlighting bands from overseas that were not breaking through to the American market, as the American market at that point in time was overly saturated with grunge, um, R&B, rap, and just a bunch of other miscellaneous hair bands hanging on for dear life, even past grunge. And the last band they showed in this little snippet was Oasis, and they showed uh, part of Live Forever. And I thought, this is that band that Franny keeps talking about, and this is great. And I went out that night and went to my local record store, the Gallery of Sound, and they had one copy of the debut album, Definitely Maybe, and I bought it. I took it home, and I did not leave my CD player for about a month or more. I just kept listening to it all day, all night. It was amazing. I memorized the lyrics to all the songs, uh, and I loved it from beginning to end, and became a huge fan as a result. And nobody knew who they were here in the States. You had people, of course, did know who they were. But for the most part, majority of people did not know who Oasis was at that point in time. And for me, I was always trying to get people to listen to it. Say, hey, you want to hear this song? Put on Live Forever, or Slide Away. Rock and Roll Star, Supersonic, and nobody nobody really cared to hear things that they were unfamiliar with, and that's the biggest problem here in the States, in my opinion. People want familiarity. They don't want to hear new things, and when they do, and they like them, that's one thing. But taking that initial step is hard for people here for some reason, predominantly. Not always. I'll listen to anything anytime, but not everyone's like that. So I just went along and kept doing this, and MTV had made an announcement, I believe, about the new album and the release date. What's the Story? Morning Glory. And I marked down the release date, and I went to the record store that night, and I asked if I could, get a copy of the new Oasis album. And they looked at me and said, "Who?" I'm like, "Oasis, their new album was released today." "Oh, we'll have to go check them back. It might be in the boxes back there. We might not put it out on the shelves yet. We haven't heard anything about it." And they went back and they came out with a copy of the album, and there were no expectations of it from the record stores of it really selling, I suppose. And I uh, on the way home was able to get one song played on the CD player in my van before I got home, and it was "Hello," and I was blown away. I couldn't wait to hear more, and I listened to the whole album when I got home. But all the songs were great in my opinion, and it was just a phenomenal album. And uh, I heard Wonderwall. I thought this is gonna be huge. I personally preferred Cast No Shadow on Morning Glory, but Wonderwall became the single and became the hit, and uh, I still gravitated more towards definitely maybe, and I had the EP of whatever at the by that point in time as well, I believe. So that also had "It's Good to Be Free" on it, and a lot of the other B sides that were not as common as far as what people knew here in the U.S. And the problem here in the U.S. was that Oasis sort of got known for um, Wonderwall and Champagne Supernova, and no matter what else they released, even Don't Look Back in Anger really didn't do as well as Wonderwall or Champagne Supernova. So, I mean, I listened to the album, both albums, back to back, like crazy, and was waiting for the follow up. And when it came out, I actually had the single was released first on Be Here Now, the first track on the album, and I actually special ordered an import of the single, which I do not regret doing, despite the import costing as much as a regular CD. Uh, it's 4 songs, one of which was a cover of David Bowie's Heroes. Being in the David Bowie nut I was and am, I was totally stoked for that, and it was amazing. It was amazing, and I just kept following every album as they came out. Never thought anything less of one more than the other. There were certain songs I liked on certain albums more than others, but they all seemed to balance out in the end. There was never any favoritism over time, except for at the beginning when I was always gravitating back more to definitely maybe, because that was my introduction, and felt it was a great collection of songs. And I watched an interview with Noel Gallagher earlier today about the album, and he said that his writing style sort of came from picking up these best of collections and modeling his writing after these best ofs, because what's a better way to have an album where every song is could be a single, other than using a best of as a blueprint. So, yeah, Oasis is back, albeit for a brief tour. If we are lucky as fans, maybe we might see an album. Uh, I've been listening to the Liam Gallagher John Squire album pretty frequently and regularly over the past several months since that was released. But a new Oasis album would just blow everything out of the water for me. And I hope that they do release a new studio album and or a live album of this tour. Live album, Blu-ray, DVD, the whole works. I mean, I would definitely be up for all of that because, Oasis, like I said, they really hit a chord with me, and I was able to relate to the lyrics and to feel the music. And Liam Gallagher's vocals always resonated with me. I always loved his tone, his attitude, his style, and Noel was sort of the polar opposite of that with his vocal styling and lyrics, and the way he conveyed the lyrics. Of course, predominantly he wrote a vast majority of the songs throughout the Oasis career, but the way that Liam interpreted his lyrics and conveyed them to us, the fans, was totally extraordinary. So, yeah, Oasis is back, and let's hope it's for longer than just a few dates on one tour. Let's hope we get a new album. For right now, though, a reminder the fundraiser continues. Please do what you can. Spot funds link below. Takes a few seconds to contribute. Any and all contributions are welcome. And I hope you all have a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are. Take care. Bye.